Meanwhile, scores of EFF supporters and the hashtag Hands Off the Public Protector movement have been chanting and singing outside the North Gauteng High Court. Leranzo Temba is there and she joins us now with an update. Leranzo, good afternoon. Could you paint a picture for us about what's been happening?
Yeah, as you've said, it's been 4 hours of shouting and chanting as well as singing from the EFF ground forces here outside the North Gauteng High Court. We are on Madiba Street, and what you're seeing behind me is these, scores of EFF supporters who have, taken time off their Tuesday to try and have their voices heard with regards to what they feel about Minister Pravin Gordhan, but also just to throw their support behind the public protector. As you can see, the placards before us, Pravin Gordhan must fall, hashtag must fall. But also very interesting at the top there, if you can just see, there's a comment about the Zondo Commission being an ANC grave. But it has been the rhetoric that we've been seeing unfolding throughout the morning. As I've said, it's been 4 hours of such chanting and singing by supporters of the EFF ground forces who have come in their numbers, who have come from all over, we understand, the province. But let's just get an indication of what is going through an average member of the EFF's mind when it comes to the important case that is still happening right in front of us. Good afternoon, gentlemen. It's been a long morning, as you know. You've been here since 9 o'clock, I understand. Let me start with you, my brother. What has brought you to this side of town today? Who are you supporting and why?
The reason why I'm here is that I'm here to support the Office of the Public Protector, for it is one of strategic offices, Chapter 9 institutions, and without that office we're nothing. Politicians are going to play with our heads and with our brains. So we're here to support the office, irrespective of the incumbent. We're here to support the office and even our constitution at large, because it should be very respected.
I think it's important what you're saying. So it's not about Mkhwebane, it's about her office.
Yes, it's about the office, because she's a person, she can do mistakes, and if she's mistaken, we have to critique her. This time we had to protect the office, and we think she is right by exposing wrongdoing. And if it happens that she exposes the wrongdoing of anybody in South Africa, the person should account, and if the person is found to be wrong, the person should admit that the person is wrong. And if the constitution leads the person to leave the office or any strategic position or any government position, that person should leave the office if they really respect the constitution.
There you go, a young voice coming from the EFF ground forces there, Tony. Let's hear from other voices. My brother, can you just join us for, some time? What has,
All right, we've just lost pictures there with Leranzo Temba, who's just outside the North Gauteng High Court. She was talking there to the EFF supporters who've gathered outside, and also the hashtag Hands Off Public Protector movement there showing support for the public protector. Let's stay with now she wants, let's go to Gordhan now, and who's also at the North Gauteng High Court. And Gordhan, you've been following proceedings the whole morning. Gordhan, just give us a wrap of what took place earlier on this morning.
Yeah, Tony, well, I'm here inside the courtroom where the arguments were heard, and so far we've heard from the counsel for Pravin Gordhan, Minister Pravin Gordhan, also the counsel for the President, as well as the State Security Minister, as well as Ivan Pillay, Opa Makashula, and of course the Public Protector. And essentially it was the first salvo being fired by each of these counsels, and it related to what their main points of argument would be when arguing for why this interdict should be granted or should be denied. And before I get into the arguments of Pravin Gordhan, the presidency, and others, just want to focus on a comment made by Thabani Masuku, the senior counsel for Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane, the public protector. And he says ordinarily the public protector would not have opposed such an interdict application. And even though the Minister Pravin Gordhan raises legitimate legal questions regarding her report and the findings around the SARS high-risk investigation Investigations
all right,
Unit.
hang on for
She
me
felt
1
obliged
second
to
there.
approach the court.
Gordhan Whittles, we're just going to bring some breaking news. Please hang on for us. We'll come back to you and just you can continue with that wrap for us. But here's some breaking news.